guys. Okay, so I'm back for another video in the Essential Oils A to Z series. Today I'm going to be talking to you about marjoram. I feel like this is a severely underutilized oil. I really don't use it all that often, except that it is a key component in my powerful sleep blend that I make for a lot of people. It's the sleep blend that I think I've actually had 3 people get a membership because they tried the sleep blend and just it's amazing. If you have any sleep issues, especially not being able to sleep, waking up through the night, anything insomnia related, marjoram is an amazing oil to add to your rotation. And I'll share that recipe at the end of this as well. But when you're looking at marjoram, it is steam distilled from the leaves. It's very sweet. It's like a sweet floral herbaceous oil. It smelled a lot different than I was expecting it to when I initially got it a few years ago. But when you look at the top properties, it's a vasodilator, which basically means it's going to help dilate the blood vessels. So it can be really powerful for decreasing blood pressure. It's also antispasmodic. It's a digestive stimulant, antibacterial, antifungal, hypotensive, and a sedative. So sedative is what helps and really makes it powerful for the sleep blend I make. So top uses, carpal tunnel, tendonitis and arthritis, muscle cramps and sprains, high blood pressure or heart issues, just applying it over your heart and on your pulse points, croup and bronchitis, pancreatitis, overactive sex drive, boils, cold sores, and ringworm, migraines and headaches, colic and constipation, calming, and anxiety. So the little tidbit note in the bottom says, also known as the joy of the mountains, marjoram symbolized happiness to the ancient Greeks and Romans. It definitely is a happy, sweet oil. So from an emotional standpoint, marjoram is the oil of connection. So marjoram aids those who are unable to trust others or form meaningful friendships or relationships. This inability to trust often stems from harsh life experiences. The individual develops a fear of close connection in human relationships. They may tend towards reclusive behaviors, protecting themselves even further by abstaining from social interactions. Marjoram teaches that trust is the basis for all human relationships. It assists an individual in increasing their warmth and trust in social situations. So it restores trust and openness so that true bonds of love may be formed in friendships and relationships. So anytime there are negative emotions with distrust, feeling very not protected, you're distant, emotional isolation, reclusive, emotionally cold, fear of rejection, this is going to help you move towards being more open, connected, soft-hearted, loving bonds, ability to trust, and safe. So that sleep blend that I mentioned, I call it the Better Than Ambien blend, which I know is technically not allowed with doTERRA, so because we can't compare it to other, prescription drugs, but this blend really has saved a couple of my friends. Like the emotional book was just saying, a lot of times when you go through really intense life situations, whether it's an intense breakup, a job loss, any sort of addiction recovery, anything that just there's trauma, and there's been a mistrust in people associated with that trauma, it leads to sleep issues. Your subconscious has that mistrust. And it really does. I have a lot of friends that have gone through some stuff, and it makes it hard to sleep. And this oil is one of 4 in the sleep blend. All have really strong sedative properties, but it's basically Serenity, which is the restful blend. That's what I use for my anxiety. That is my oil. Serenity is my favorite. So it's Serenity, and then Lang Lang, which is the oil of the inner child. It's also helping you be a little more playful. It's helping you calm. It does have the sedative properties, but also just, letting that inner child out, being more playful, being more open and less fearful. Then the marjoram, which we just talked about, and then vetiver, which is a very strong sedative, calming oil. Really good for focus as well. So when you do that blend, it's 25 drops of Serenity, 20 of Lang Lang, and then 15 each of marjoram and vetiver. It just creates this powerhouse of oils that really just helps calm anxiety, helps you feel more connected, helps you feel safe and protected. And I think I said at the beginning, I've had a few friends try a little sample of it, and that's what they use. And it's amazing because it will help lull you into sleep, but you wake up feeling refreshed. You don't have any of that, leftover kind of grogginess and fogginess that can come from taking a sleeping aid. So If you have any troubles with anxiety and sleep, marjoram is a great oil to have. You can also cook with it. Any recipe that calls for marjoram, just a drop or a little, I'll do a toothpick and swirl it in. So if you don't have marjoram, great one to add to your rotation. So if you guys have any questions, just let me know, and I will be back soon with another video. Bye.